what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
Fellas, coming to you from the NBA Summer League in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Obes, Swishy, and Bobby Gucci. Boys, first of all, good to see you. It's been a minute.
Likewise.
Good to see you, boys.
Likewise.
And it's always nice to be in Vegas, even though it is 105. It's hot as fuck out there, but
There's air conditioning in the casino, baby.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
that casino will keep you pumping. The oxygen and the AC.
Oh, yeah.
Keep you pumping.
Keep you up all night, as will other things in this city.
Yeah, I know. What'd you think of the suite we got?
Awesome.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah. 3 times bigger than my apartment, so I'm happy with it. I'm happy to be here. Didn't see the view yet, but I'm sure it's great.
We'll see. It was too hot. We'll see it later tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We want to keep that hot. We want to keep that sun out as much as you can.
That's true. That is true.
I remember coming here for you remember Jerry Brockheimer just did.
Yeah.
What was the movie he just did, the big one? F1. Have you guys seen that yet?
I haven't.
No.
Talk about Brad Pitt. I mean, you want to talk about peptides or what this guy's on? This guy looks unbelievable. Have you seen this guy's 62 years old?
Yeah. I mean, he's getting that hairline adjusted, I think, weekly in Turkey.
A lot of facelifts too, right?
Yeah, I would say it's like he almost has that Tom Brady chiseled jawline where you can kind of suck it back and remove some of that excess skin, especially as you age. I've been looking into that.
No,
I need a chink.
I saw a picture of him on social media, and obviously you believe everything on social media. 10 years ago, he looked older than he was now.
Yep.
They just sucked it back and whatever, a couple zips here or there, pull it back a bit.
It's crazy what you can do these days.
Right?
They just need to figure something out for our horns, and we'll be good. That's it. I mean, they got everything. I know they have it, and they're holding us back.
No,
I know they have it.
You know, it's funny you say that. Nowadays, you turn on any, especially if you listen to news or sports, commercial comes up, it's a commercial for Cialis.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, you go down to Mexico and get tons of Cialis. You come back to all your older guys. It was like they'll pay anything for it. But now you can get Cialis anywhere. It's a lot easier nowadays.
Well, yeah, Tijuana, Cabo, they had the over-the-counter Cialis. Yeah. Speaking of horns.
I used to make money off that.
Yeah.
Come back and sell it to the boys in Newport. The
10 a pill.
Yeah, sorry, boys.
Hey, here you go.
What do you say?
I was going to say, just speaking of horns, how about Conor McGregor with the wrench pick? He got caught, hose out, covered wagon.
I've been sticking up for Conor. Me and Loops, when I was playing in the show, McGregor was that as peak of the double champ, and he was my idol, man. And me and Loops would watch him, and we would never miss one of his fights. And Loops has been bagging him for years, and I've been sticking up for him. But I was telling Swish today, I'm almost at the point now where I don't know how much more I can stick up for this guy. He just seems to always get himself in some more shit.
It's just too loose cannon, and when you're that loose cannon, you kind of lose that aura. You're the double champ, one of the most electrifying fighters ever, and then your horns just all over Twitter. It kind of you just lose, it happens, I guess, but it's you lose that aura, you know?
I know.
It's just, fuck.
But you just
You got to keep your horn off Twitter. I don't care, unless you're porn stars.
You're sending a wrench pick via DM? Come on, at least get her number or go Snapchat where it expires, then if you get screenshotted that lets you know, that's just...
Coke's a hell of a drug. I'm not saying he's on it, but it'll make
No, he's definitely
that is
on
so
it.
reckless.
He showed up to the BF, the bare knuckle or whatever, and he's a pretty good promoter, man. But you could see he was so cranked up that it was just come on, Connor, tighten it up a little bit here, fella. Everybody in the building knows you're just out of your mind.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to get too rich. I'll be fine with $200-300 million, but when you hit that over $500 million mark, weird shit starts to happen. I think it's just natural almost.
No, it's funny you say that too, and I would say that to Loops. I'm like, dude, if you had as much money as him, right? Eventually, he's from. I went to the area in Ireland where he's from.
Yeah.
13. That's why he called proper 13. It's not perfect, man. He's from the hood in Dublin.
Yeah.
He's a fucking grew up in the projects of Dublin. You can't take that out of the kid. And then he gets fucking whatever $500 million or whatever he's worth.
Yeah, I mean you can
take dude. He's gonna have a good time with his boys and. But he's a little loud about it. Just bring her down a notch, right?
Right, yeah.
You can take the kid out of the ghetto. You can't take the ghetto out of the kid,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I saw him one night. I got kicked out of Access over there for a couple of reasons. And I came out. It was
elaborate on that real quick?
It was after Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. fight.
Yeah.
Me and Flowers.
Oh, great fight.
Yeah, so I get kicked out of Access, and I come out, and McGregor's playing craps, right there. And I'm probably more fucked up than he is, and I'm just like, Connor, what's up, fella? And he just kind of points at me. He's like, you stay right fucking there. And I'm like, no, I love you, man. He had these 2 big security guards. I'm like, no, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
But he wanted no part of Opes coming near him. I just wanted to give him maybe a knuckles.
Yeah, it's just guys like that. I feel like they're naturally on edge, right? They're fighters. At the end of the day, these guys fight for a living. How crazy is that? I mean, it's fucking crazy. I mean, you can't. It's got to be hard to be a normal dude when you're fighting for a living. So.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And when you make that much money, You're over in your yacht. It's
Yeah.
like, but I just think you should just keep it a little more buttoned up.
I mean,
But it's easy for me to say.
When you're on the dust like that, you know what I mean? You're riding high.
Yeah.
You got a resting heart rate at 122. You need a little something to tickle yourself with.
Speaking of dust, I watched the movie Blow the other night. The first 45 minutes of that movie is unbelievable.
Unreal.
Until he gets pinched.
Yeah.
But the first 45 minutes of that, when they start working with Pablo Escobar,
Yep.
and they're like, you're like, what do you want me to do with all that? He's like, sell it. He's like, I don't know. It's going to take us longer to. It's 36 hours. Boom. He's like, it took us longer to count the money than it did to sell it. That movie's unbelievable.
What a time to do Blow in Santa Barbara. That's where they were, right?
He was
I think
like
somewhere down there.
Yeah, Santa Monica.
Santa Monica.
He's like, if you were doing Blow in the 70s, it was coming from me.
Yeah,
That's what I
probably.
said.
Yeah.
How good is Blinded by the Light, too?
Oh, yeah.
And that song,
When he's
it
walking
comes
through the- when
on
he's walking
in
through
that
the
movie,
airport?
oh, my God.
Is that the scene of him walking through the
Yes.
airport in his white, sick leather?
Yes.
Not leather, but sick little suit
He
got
does
on?
the suitcase drop,
Yeah.
and the guy comes and picks him up. Like, he gets right through the security without them noticing he had all the dust on him.
Yeah.
Sets the suitcases down, and then he's like, it's showtime.
It's go time.
And then they start listing out all those stats where if,
Yeah. I love how they're stealing planes, eh? They
Yeah.
steal the plane. They're like, oh, we got a little heat here. Just wave at the boys. It's a great movie. It's
yeah,
a great movie.
it is.
Boys, let's talk about you guys. Obviously, back home by 3. Unbelievable nickname. Not nickname, sorry. Unbelievable name. First time I ever heard it was with Swishy on a fellow tour. He's like, go for 1, stay till 2, home by 3. Welcome back, boys.
Yeah, thanks, man.
They put you on the bench for a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
How was that? Not to get into. We don't need to get into
Yeah.
the lawyer stuff, but how it's
Signed
you guys
a
battled hard,
contract.
yeah.
We were in the corners. We
Yeah.
were against the ropes, but essentially, obviously, probably our fault, or definitely our fault is
I don't know about
with Hockey Night in Canada, all that. So yeah, we got that tightened up, but we're now home by 3, brother. Go for 1, stay for 2, home by 3, and we got a kick-ass logo. And for whatever reason, I mean, OJ said it back in the day: is all press is good press, Obes.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, we relaunched. And we got a ton of new followers. We got a lot more eyes on us. I don't know if it's because we just released our first episode back, with about a month off. But a lot of good response. The logo's minty. Shout out to Maddie Keeler at Just Dishin' for helping us with that. So, yeah. It's crispy.
I thought you guys did a nice job of – because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the show. I thought you did a nice job of keeping them updated as much as you could, because when you're going through something like that, there's only certain things you can say, right?
Yep.
It's like, fuck, we can't tell our listeners exactly what's going on. But I thought you guys did a nice job of keeping them in the loop, because it's a tough situation to try to tell them what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times people think like, podcasting, you just get a couple microphones and you just talk shit.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to it. But the thing is, I'm not trying to sound like I'm a goddamn, business major here, but there is a business on the back end that you got to deal with. So we had to kind of bob and weave our way through shit, and luckily it went smooth, because there was a route, could have went 2 ways, where it could have got real ugly for us, and it didn't. I don't know what
we call that the breaking point, eh?
Yeah.
Swishy, we're either in or we're out here, fella.
Yeah.
This is the breaking point, fella.
Yeah, but honestly, like, I think to our credit, like, not to pat ourselves on the back, but we have a good attitude about it, and kind of straying away from hockey a little bit. That's always going to be our backbone and where our followings come from. Obviously, him playing in the league, me doing what I do. And we're out of Scottsdale a lot. So now it's like we're kind of talking about everything. So I think at the end of the day, it's like a positive thing, that it's like as long as we get home by 3, it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I mean, you guys will be out past 3, but that's okay. We won't. Don't let that ruin.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell.
It's bad for our brand.
It's even just like the
certain cities, eh?
The funny play on that too is, you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, significant other, whatever you're doing is. They ask you, maybe they go home earlier in the night and you're out with your boys.
Maybe she's just wearing typical cotton white panties. Maybe she's not.
Maybe she just didn't want to deal with your antics that night, Jeremy.
Yeah.
But you get home and she asks you the next day, well, like, what time are you home, Shane? Oh, I was home by 3. But really, you rolled in at 6.
Yeah.
Right? And you're pinned and you're sleeping on the couch. You didn't even make it to bed.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing. The lights are on. Everything's so. Yeah. What time do you get home? Oh, I was home by 3.
No, that makes sense too, because clubs close at 2.
Yep.
Boys stop to get some, bang down some slices of pizza.
Yep.
We're home by 3.
And she also doesn't need to know that you went to the after party afterwards too.
No.
Right?
No.
Because she was sleeping.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as long as I'm home, and I was home by 3.
Exactly. See, you're doing it. Not only is it a podcast, it's a life lesson for guys out there to keep
It
out of
is.
the doghouse.
It is, yeah.
And we didn't say what time zone either. I mean, we have no idea.
Oh.
It could be 3 Eastern, 3
There
Western,
you
3
go.
Chinese. We have no idea. There's no rules.
Yeah.
So 3 is 3. It's always 3. It's always home by 3. So, yeah, I think the name fits. It's good shit.
I remember some of the guys will remain nameless, but when I played for the Ducks, some of their significant others
Yep.
were on the East Coast. So, 10 o'clock on the East Coast is only, 7 o'clock
that's
here.
That's perfect. Oh, there's nothing better.
Their hands are tied.
I was like, wow, that's,
they go to
their girl goes to bed, and it's just dinner time out here for the, I was like, that's a nice touch.
That is a nice touch.
I don't want to have a girlfriend, but at that time I did.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe if I did, maybe I'd have one on the East Coast.
Maybe I should just start dating a chick in Prague. Put her to bed really early.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Prague's no joke.
Go fly in every 2 weeks, go see her.
Maybe long distance is the move.
I had a guy tell me that if he ever
It's not bad.
There's a guy, he's going to remain nameless too, but he played in the league, and he was single, still is, and he's like, Swish, like, I'm dating this girl, it's long distance, it's working out great, but I think if I ever get married, I'd still want to do long distance. I said, buddy, maybe just don't get married then.
Yeah. No, that's a great answer.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe you're just not cut out. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe I could live in the casita. I'm like, oh, that probably won't work either.
A little spare casita?
Yeah.
Ooh, that wouldn't have been a bad idea, though. I would say long distance. I did long distance for 2 years with Mac Miller. It was great. I'm just not a huge FaceTime guy.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
So to me, it was like, and we were ready to move in together. We wanted to see if we can do it. But to me, like the FaceTiming, I was like, oh, man, I got to face. And I had nothing to say. Like, what'd you do today?
Yeah.
A podcast and played golf, shot 84. What are you watching? Hockey? It's like, that was it. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you,
Yeah.
the FaceTime is tough.
And you got to hold the phone. You got to hold the phone, and you put your nutsack on the screen. It's like just a whole thing. Yeah.
You got to hold the phone. It's like, I got to hold this phone.
You're 3 hours into a FaceTime. You're talking to this chick, and you might love her, but then she's asking you're not horny. It's like, no, I've been holding my phone for 3 hours.
Yeah. Right?
And you're trying to fire up,
Yeah.
whatever.
So there's good and bad about both.
The worst is the dudes that always FaceTime you. I hate that. Like, don't FaceTime
A dude
me,
should
fella.
never FaceTime another dude unless the only situation I ever give exception for is like, let's say you two are together. We're all boys. We haven't seen each other in forever.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen each other forever. Let's FaceTime Obes.
You're pinned.
You're pinned. I'm like, I'm going to answer that. It's Bobby Gucci and Swishy. I know they're out. But like just on an average day-to-day, dudes should not FaceTime.
I'm saying like 1 o'clock on a Tuesday.
No,
never. No.
Unless it's like crazy news. Like I got a FaceTime from a guy who this is a nameless show.
Crazy news.
He plays in the league. He had a guy jumped out of a building and landed on top of his car and died. And he FaceTimed me and said, "You're never going to believe what just happened." He's driving to the car wash, and there's like blood and guts.
Way.
Yeah, this is disgusting, so I apologize.
Picking up a guy's pancreas.
R.I.P. Yeah, but he FaceTimed me to tell me that, and he didn't want to text that news. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was actually laughing because he was at a really nice steakhouse, and I guess the apartment was above the steakhouse. I probably shouldn't be saying any of this, but the guy jumped. I don't know if he fell because he was drunk or it was on purpose. If you're going to commit the sue from the 6th floor, that's ballsy. You got to go higher than that.
You should go higher than that.
You got to go higher than that.
You can survive. So the guy's car was drivable after this?
Yeah. The guy died on top of the guy's car, my friend's car, and he had to take it after the crime scene to the car wash and then to the dealership, which is crazy. But anyway.
You would think the cops would just take the car and take it into like
that's what I'm saying.
town or something, right?
Yeah.
That's evidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I guess if there's guy jumped out of a building, there's not really a case here.
Guy died in a hang gliding accident. What an idiot.
Yeah.
Also, don't if you're gonna.
I got her at a funeral.
But also like that,
Chaz is a kook, by the way.
The Kelly Blue Book rating of that, whatever that car is, that was able to handle that body 6 floors up. Like that's a nice Dodge Ram, man. Their rating is
That's a great point.
going
the fact
through
that
the
it
roof.
could drive
right?
away from that situation is,
You know what I mean?
is
Hell of a
really good for the
sunroof.
car.
Right, because
Yeah.
you don't have a deer guard on the sunroof.
No.
You don't. Boys, I wanted to ask you about your Boston show. I saw some of the clips of it. Talk about a chin city, as you would say. That's a gritty city. But how was the turnout? How was it? You guys are great at those live shows, man. It's not easy to do, man.
It's not.
No, it's not easy to do. I mean, I think we're personally the greatest to ever do it of all time. But no, it's hard to do. And I will say this about the crowd. The crowd is almost funnier than us. Like we should be paying them to be at the show. They're great. They're engaged. They're dialed. We usually do like an hour, and we're up there. It's like an hour and 40 in, and they're still there. And I'm just like, I can't believe you guys aren't leaving. But they're so engaged. They pay for tickets to come see us. We're not seasoned comics. We're just guys. We're trying to get better every single show. And no, it was a hell of a show, hell of a city, obviously, for something like that. And I thought it was a great time. Shout out to the audience.
I saw the content coming out afterwards, just pictures. It seemed like all beauties in there. Everyone was having a good time. No shortage of cocktails being passed around, right?
No, I mean, the best jersey in attendance was a guy wearing a backwards Boston Bruins jersey. His name bar was Xanax, number 2, so I'll take 2 Xanax. So that's the type of clientele we're working with.
Hey, it's been a tough bender. You better give me a pair of those.
Yeah,
Xanax.
I was
Give me a
gonna
pair.
say.
It's a long flight. I got to go back to LA.
Yeah,
I'll
give
take
me a bag of those. Hey, what else you got in there? Hey, a couple multivitamins.
What else you got? I got a layover in Dallas. What else you got there, boys?
Where's Cialis? What do you got?
I'll say this too: the crowd helps with us because you get the pregame jitters before you go up there, and you're kind of like, these people are paying to be here, and you got to make these motherfuckers laugh. If you don't, you fucked up, and it'll happen sometimes where you bomb, but also they help us out, and with they yell things out, they yell funny things. A guy showed up in a do-rag, and they'll show up in references that we make in the show. They'll show up and they'll almost partake in it. So, it's a really cool thing, and anyone that wants to check it out, they always tell us put it online. But we're not going to put it online. If you wanna,
no, it makes it better that you don't. It makes it better that you don't.
Well, I mean, people are paying for these tickets.
Have you guys ever bombed though? You've never bombed, have you?
No, I don't think so. I think there'll be things that you say that you thought will get a better pop and they don't, but it's just a learning experience. But every show, I think we've done.
You can't crush it the whole time, like whole hour and a half. There's going to be some stuff that people miss or whatever.
Right.
Right?
It's hard.
Yeah, because it's not a written bit like stand-up. It's just improv. We have no plan when we go up there.
Yeah. If someone doesn't laugh, do you look at me like, what, it's not funny? Do you want me to say that again or something?
Just keep it moving,
No dead air kind of thing, right?
Yeah. We also pick each other up, too. Like, if I say something or we do a good job, and that's like the chemistry part of it, where it's like we need to change different topic or whatever the fuck. And I know Swish got up and he did a bit with some guy, and I realized in my head when that bit's over, like, let's go into this. So we do a good job.
You're already transitioning in your head. When his bit's done, you're going to take the puck, so to speak.
Yeah, we both do it with to each other, and it's just a part of learning how to do that. Because I remember when we first started doing live shows, it would be like I say something funny, he say something funny, and like we're both just kind of not having a conversation. But we've kind of learned how to get that chemistry going, and everyone seems to really enjoy it, man. So
you guys got a talent for it, and just getting your reps. You guys are, Swishy said I was having lunch with them, and you guys want to get on the road more. That's how you do it. You just got to get your reps in. But obviously, we're all Joe Rogan fans here, right?
Yep.
I guess his comedy club in Austin is like an unbelievable time. We should go in there and just hang out and see like these comics that roll through there. Like I guess like it's the A list of guys that roll through and come and do their shit, and then they hang out, and it's new comics. I don't know if they have an open mic night there. They might. That's something to look into.
Probably, yeah.
And who knows, man? If like I would do that. I would go. I want to check it out because I love Rogan.
Yeah.
I don't love his stand-up. But I love what he does, obviously.
What do they call it? Is it the Mothership down there?
Yeah,
that's what it is, right? I mean, a lot of guys like Theo Vaughn will bomb down there from Nashville, and he'll just go there just to try things out that he'll take on the road. I mean, all comics do that, but it's becoming a space that a ton of guys are going to versus just going to the LAs of the world or the New York.
Yeah,
it's a real spot, man.
I would go check that out. I love stand-up comedy. I could never do it, I don't think. I mean, I could maybe come up there and like support you guys, but like to just me and the mic. Like one of my favorites, Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Like I saw Bill Burr in Vegas a couple years ago with Billy Quinn, and it was gold.
I think if you prepped a bit, you could, if you sat down and say with us, we got pinned one night, we're just thinking of jokes and how you can put together, say, even a 15-minute bit. I think it'd be hard to start, but I think you could do it. It's
just tough to get up there.
Like you're a good enough storyteller where I think you could do it. You just would have to just grab your nuts and just be willing to
give him a tug, eh?
Give him a tug and be. I think it would just be.
Are they still there?
I'm acting like I'm a seasoned comic here, but
no, you are.
But I'm saying,
no, I mean you guys just put on a show in Boston.
Yeah, I'm just saying
you check the box as comics.
I'm just saying I think that's what you'd have to do is like be able to work through those uncomfortable moments because all those guys talk about that. They start with a joke that is less than perfect.
Yeah.
They do it on Tuesday at the Mothership. Then they go over to the comedy club in L.A. and they work on it there. And then all of a sudden, this joke is really funny because their cadence is good enough now and they're confident, and they go crush it on the road.
Totally. And I think we're talking about old school movies, right? We always talk about it. Bobby Gucci. Like I watched Old School in Napa when my girl fell asleep. Wedding Crashers, Anchorman. Like I think we're starting to get. People are starting to kind of chill a bit more, and comedy's starting to – I don't know if we'll ever go all the way back to those eras, of the golden era, if you ask me, but I'm starting to think that people are starting to realize that you got to laugh more in life, and it's only a fucking joke, right? Yep. I think so. You guys – I think your timing is what I'm saying for what you're doing is good. I think people are starting to realize, like, we need guys that don't take themselves too seriously, like to laugh. It's comedy. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Like, the Tom Brady roast was one of the greatest things I've ever witnessed in my life.
Yeah.
Like, that roast was unbelievable.
Well, you can't, half it, and again, I'm not a fucking seasoned comic either, but you can't, say you can't joke about race, you can't joke about religion. The whole thing is poking fun at that. And the thing is, we fucking make fun of ourselves the most. Yeah. We're constantly, go back in our content, we're calling ourselves 30-year-old losers on the couch, you know? So we laugh at ourselves.
It's a nice couch you guys have, though.
Yeah.
It looks nice. I'm like, I want to join you one day. Maybe stop around. Yeah.
You're more than welcome, always. But yeah, I think the tide's turning a little bit where
I do too.
It just comes down to the fact that people want to fucking laugh.
No, it's always good too. Like when I went to Bill Burr and a couple other ones, they say a joke that you're talking about, and everyone knows it's over the line. Everyone's just like, oh, right? Like you don't get a laugh, but you get like, oh, and then Bill's like, yeah, it's a joke, man. But everyone thinks it's funny. They're just like, wow, I can't believe you said that.
Right.
But that's part of comedy. That's like saying the stuff that you don't think people would say. Like, want to get a reaction from somebody.
And there's so many different ways to tell a joke. There's the shock factor, like you're talking about. There's the one-line setup. There's the punch jokes. I think and there's the storytelling as well. I think there's so many different styles. It's just like anything, like different styles of hockey players or people, how they dress. You got to find like your role. I think that's the coolest part about doing this. We've done 10 or 12 shows now is every time I think we go, we find what our style is kind of within a two-man game.
I agree. No, you guys got great chemistry, and that's because your boys away from the mics too. That's the best teams we played on. You're buddies with your boys on the ice and away from the ice. Yeah. That's how you make it. So.
Lastly, about the show in Boston. So we, one of the things we've done since our first show in Calgary is when you see a nice set of nukes, you sign them, right?
I did see you sign
a nice set of jammers. So we've signed
Happy Gilmore style.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying you just have the Sharpie or looking just to sign anyone's, but this particular gal was like, I'm not leaving until you sign my jammers. We're like, all right, go grab the Sharpie.
Was she there by herself or
she was with her boyfriend?
Okay.
So she gets her her nuke signed, and the message I wrote on it though was
I saw you get a little message on there.
I said, to Maya, keep your nukes tucked. 93-1.
Keep them tucked.
Keep them tucked. Because
sometimes you can untuck them, though. Sometimes you can untuck them.
Right,
keep them tucked.
But you're around your boyfriend. Keep them tucked.
Yeah.
And to her credit, it's good for her that she has enough room on her rack for him to write all that.
Yeah.
So,
No, I know. I saw the
have a
footage.
rack, respectfully.
Yeah.
I wrote a whole sermon.
Yeah. You're the people's insider, baby. So, hey, boys, in all seriousness, congratulations. Home by 3. Obviously, everyone that listens to Mr. Curfew already listens to that stuff, but I'm glad you boys are back. I'm a fan of the show. Fellas, before we go to break, let's not forget, this show is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Let's talk a little NHL before we talk Summer League here. NHL schedule came out today. This is the dog days of talking hockey, right? There's nothing really to talk about. But this was a day I did have circled on my calendar. You get the full season, and you go through it, right? Swishy?
Yep.
You see all home opener? Okay, I was starting at home. Then you go right to, okay, New York City. How many days do I got there? All right, I got all 3. I'm playing the Islanders, Rangers, and Devils. Boom. LA, how many days do I get there? It's back-to-back with the Ducks.
Yeah.
Then I got to go to San Jose. Dallas, I get 2 there.
Yeah.
Chicago, okay, I got there.
Yep.
When are we going to do rookie party? Maybe here, maybe there. When do I go through Toronto? Montreal. It's an exciting day.
Yeah.
It's an exciting day. It was one of my favorite days to kind of go through it. And sometimes I got a bad balance. I'm like, Jesus, that's a terrible schedule. I got no time to really. I'm gonna have to push it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm gonna have to push it.
Yeah. No, and Vancouver, throw that city there
Vancouver, got it right here. Circled in Vancouver, right there. 2 days in Vancouver.
We asked Richie about it. I think it was 2 pods ago, like the last one of the season. But Nick, my bro, played with Richie for I think it was 3 years in AZ, and every time the schedule would come out, Richie would circle Vancouver because he had played there.
Yeah.
And it was his ritual that he would just roll it over from the night before. So Richie, everyone knew Vancouver Richie was different. He's going out and he's not sleeping.
Yeah.
And he'd be on the bus the next day just looking at us, just fucking passed out going to morning skate. But that was Richie, what he needed to do in Vancouver. So if we talked to him, he'd say, "Oh fuck, I had that one circled."
He played in the Western Conference his whole career too. He went there twice a year. Eh? So it's not like it was just going out east to Toronto. Eh? He just wanted to celebrate Vancouver that much.
Yeah,
that's a guy just looking for a reason.
Yeah, he's going to be over 50% in the dot.
I'll tell you what, that wasn't the only city he fucking did that in, by the way. But, he's a legend. So
he is.
To all the boys out there today, I hope your schedule landed well. Before we get into the NBA Summer League, Swish, you've been here before. I've also been a couple years ago. Heat, this is your first time here, right?
Yep.
I've talked to Hall, who we're going to get on here real quick, the man who created this whole, Summer League thing that's on ESPN. How many teams in the association? 30 teams here?
Yep.
And I'm looking at it from the standpoint of why do we not have an NHL Summer League of where, you see the draft goes on and then all these guys go to their rookie camps, right? You see them all in their development camps. They get to know the organization. And then before training camp, we have our rookie tournaments that we always had, right? The 4 teams or 6 teams, whatever it is. Like, for me, this is an opportunity where you can get all 32 teams in here, all their scouts, maybe not all the GMs and everything like that because it is the off season. And if you can have it on national TV like TNT or ESPN, like the opportunities for players. Like, this is such a great opportunity for players, Swish. And I do think there is a room for it in the NHL. And I guess my first question about it would be, what city would we put it in? So let's say right now, same time of year, can't do Vegas because this one's here. I think I know where you're going, but what city would you go with?
It's a little place in Quebec. It's called Montreal.
Oh, that's a good one.
Number 1, it's the cathedral of hockey. 2, people actually give a shit enough to watch these prospects and these young players to see where their team is at and the pipeline. So the general consensus is there's actually interest of people watching hockey
for sure
in the middle of the summer that are craving this type of environment.
Yeah.
And it's an easy city to get to for all the GMs, the teams flying in. They have the hospitality there. They have the rinks. You could even play in Laval as well at the Bell Center. And you could run a 2-rink system, do 2 weeks. And that would actually, we were talking about it at lunch, it's a great idea because, again, you have your top picks that would play in it, but you have guys that were maybe in the AHL, in the American Hockey League the year before, playing on a one-way AHL deal. Now you have all these teams and general managers. Maybe you would earn a contract coming out of a 2-week stint like that.
Yeah, and not only do you have the scouts and everyone there, it's on ESPN. So let's say like our boy John Cooper, he's at Goslar Ranch. He's got an hour to kill. He throws on a game, Columbus versus Colorado, and he sees a kid. Wow, like there's so many eyeballs on this that when I look at it from an ex-player's perspective, the fact that the NHL doesn't have something like this, to me, doesn't make sense. Yeah. These are the dog days. I mean, we just had Wimbledon, which was unbelievable to watch, but baseball, we just had the All-Star break, so now that cranks up. Like, there's opportunity for networks to pick this up, and people are looking for shit to watch. So from a fan perspective and a content perspective, it would be great for us. But from players, man, it'd be an opportunity that would be huge for these guys.
Even on the player side, too. I mean, how many guys get drafted? 200 something? So there's a lot of guys with a lot of talent out there, a lot of guys trying to make a name for themselves. And sometimes it's tough to do that in a dev camp where, it's not enough time. So I think with the amount of players, and hockey's played all over the world these days, I think it would be a no-brainer.
And then you got the guys playing in Europe.
Yep.
Where you can be like, hey, before you go to Europe, why don't you come play in the Summer League?
Try to earn a contract.
Yeah. It doesn't work out, go play in Europe.
Because a lot of those guys, they leave August 1.
Yeah.
So you could do it right now.
It'd be a perfect time. And you could get a look at these guys that you don't see all year and be like, all right, Jordan Smoltz, he just lit up the fucking finish league. Smoltzy, we're going to bring you in with Tampa. We're going to give you 6 games. And boom, next thing you know, I mean, you could find some talent. I really do think you could.
Absolutely you could. And you could, like you said, you could earn a contract, but you could even maybe
earn
Scouts?
Contracts
in their pockets, ready to hand them to me from the NHL?
NHL?
But yeah, dude, I think it's a great idea. And say TNT or ESPN, a major market broadcasting, doesn't want to pick it up. Well, okay, let's go to streaming. Let's go to Amazon. Let's go to Hulu. Let's pitch it to all these different places where people are.
DraftKings Network.
We'll pick it up. Home by 3 will pick it up.
Home by 3.
Missin Curfew and Home by 3 will pick it up.
On the DraftKings Network. Let's do it.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, especially nobody hits these days, so it's not like you're really risking injury because nobody hits.
No, and
you're going to go out there.
But you might get some guys to come in that are fired up.
Yeah.
That want to play. Like when we haven't watched it yet, fellas out there that's listening to this, but we're going to go watch some games here. And on the little court especially, you'll see these fucking guys are playing hard, man. Like they're D'ing up. They're pick and roll, and they're going the glass. They realize that all the eyeballs are on them.
Yep.
And I think if you gave some of these guys that play in the jungle and the coast and the bottom leagues in Europe and said, hey, you got 2 weeks under the bright lights.
Right.
This feels like the NBA.
Right. Do you want to play in Oulu, Finland, where you're going to see the sun for an hour the next 4 months, or do you want to try to maybe earn a contract with the Vegas Knights and we'll start you in Henderson?
Exactly. You might see guys Switchy and Heat Daddy come in and play their balls off, fight, hit. It could be great TV for the NHL.
Great for the fans.
Great for the fans. Yeah. And if it does go, you heard it here first. So they got to tie us into the.
This is the founder here.
No, right. We're all in here, boys. But from a player's perspective, or ex-players now, I think it's a great idea. So we got Montreal back home in Canada for me. If we had to pick a town down here in the summertime in July, Tampa's too hot, Florida's too hot, Dallas is too hot.
Aspen.
It's got to be
Aspen, a little place called Aspen, or Denver. We could do it in Denver.
Denver.
Denver. But we could do it in Denver.
You got to do it somewhere where.
We could do it at Denver, and DU has a rink there.
Yeah, but is there enough hockey interest? Like
but they got a big airport. You can fly into Denver. People from Edmonton, Cowtown.
Boston or Chicago, I think, would be a better option.
Chicago.
You want to go east, eh? Chicago.
Chicago
would be awesome.
Chicago would be it. I think Chicago's it.
Chicago's so centrally located, and
boys, can we just talk about Chicago real quick because it's such a great city. sorry, but I was looking on Puckpedia. Next year, they have $74 million in cap space. Like, where I'm going with this is the hockey, Gary and the NHL, the Chicago Blackhawks need to be good. It's better when they're good. And I took on the chin from those boys. Showtime and Taves and the boys, like, they put me out 2 years in a row. But hockey's better when the Madhouse is rocking.
100%. It's the best barn to play in. I mean, Jim Corneliuson with the anthem back in the day.
Oh, when he points, the flag is still there.
So good.
Man, it's unbelievable.
How good were those teams? Hey, remember that old school Missin Curfew clip when you were trying to argue that you didn't get walked by Patty Kane? Remember that?
I thought I did a pretty good job. I thought I did a good job of making him go to his backhand.
That's what you said. You made him go to his backhand.
Right? Bobby Lou's got to have that.
And then he throws an absolute sifter just back across. Just posted in.
I think Bobby Lou lost his post there.
Yeah,
right?
he's got to have that.
I forced him to his backhand. Bobby Lou, fucking corn dogs. That's when he did this one.
Yeah, the old heartbreaker.
I was like, all right, where's the year-end bender? Where am I going? Text Loop, see what he's doing.
That was against you on D?
Yeah,
when he did the heartbreaker?
I kept him to the backhand. What do you want me to do?
No,
it's showtime.
I got to see the clip.
Showtime coming down 100 miles an hour. I'm like, fucking anyone. I'm like, I keep up.
Because there was a turnover, you had a bad gap.
Bad gap.
Bad
I don't play. It didn't take a turnover for me to have a bad gap either, but yeah, it didn't help.
Yeah. But that city, though, back to Chicago, it's the best.
It's the best.
One of the best sports towns in the world, man.
The Viagra Triangle.
Oh.
Tavern on Rush.
It's back.
Oh, I love that place.
It's right across the street now. It's at the Thompson
my
Hotel.
Favorite.
Yeah.
People would ask me, like, what are you doing in Chicago? I'm like that guy. I'm like, I got a couple things. I'll see you boys tomorrow. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Gibson's for dinner, and then right there.
Can we just backtrack real quick? You said the Viagra
Triangle.
What exactly is that?
Well, there's a hotel there, the Sutton Place.
Yep.
And then Gibson Steakhouse, Rush on Tavern, or Tavern on Rush.
Tavern on Rush.
Viagra Triangle. That's all you need. Dinner, drinks, hotel.
And then there's and then there's right across the street is Dublin's, which is the Irish bar that stays up until 6.
Great Irish.
And then you got Maple and Ash there now too. So
I have been. Maple Ash wasn't there when I was in the league, but it's a nice spot.
Yeah, it's the best. I mean, there's the Cougars running around that neck of the woods.
Good Midwest girls, eh?
Oh, they're the best. I'm newly familiar to the Midwest stuff, and the personalities on the chicks are just unbelievable. Like, they're like dudes, but they're chicks. Like, they're dudes in the sense where they could shoot the shit with you.
Yeah.
Fucking talk shit to them. They're talking it back. And then on top of that, you got a river flowing through the goddamn city. It's
and
like,
they can drink too, right?
Oh, yeah.
They can put them back.
Yeah. I mean, my sister can have 25 drinks. She's fine.
Yeah.
You know,
I met your sister. She's a nail gun.
Oh, she's a nail gun. Yeah, she is. Yep.
That famous clip of her shotgunning a beer in the press box at Mullet.
It was on Broadway in Nashville.
Oh, that was in Nashville.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bridgestone.
Speaking of the Mullet, I'm assuming you guys are taking some time off because it's too hot to build the new stadium. But how's that coming along, boys? Taking a little break or what?
Dude, the hole's pretty big, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's ran into some issues with the Talking Stick tribe down there, so we're just trying to
some zoning issues.
Yeah, some zoning, some permit issues. We're trying to slip a couple $100 over under the table to the mayor.
Boys,
but
who do I got to grease here to get this stadium up here?
It's hard to grease the the natives, if you will. So
I know.
We're gonna get it done though. They're gonna get a cut. We're gonna loop in some gambling sponsorships, and we should be up and running by 2055.
Yeah, that was one of your best bits when you guys. I'm like, I saw you guys at Home Depot. I'm like, these guys are buying shovels. What are these two fucking beauties doing? I'm like, they're gonna bury somebody. I don't know. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, like, hey boys. This is how it starts right here, fellas. You know, sometimes you just got to grab a shovel and get after it or whatever.
Yeah, and the thing is
I'm like, boys, look at these boys. They're digging a fucking hole.
We're really digging on private property. I mean, we are breaking the law in good faith to bring hockey back. We're not trying to violate any laws on purpose. It's just we got to do. Sometimes you got to be a pioneer, man. I mean, Louis Vuitton and Clark walked across the country barefoot, and they were taking over the whole fucking thing just to build America. I don't know if that's exactly how it happened, but we're just doing what we got to do.
Sounds good to me.
Man. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
And we got plans. Swish has a full-blown 100-foot pool that's going to sit right in front of the building.
Swim-up bar, fella.
Swim-up bar.
That's nice.
We got the whole vision.
The funniest part about that whole bit is we filmed it, and we did pretty well.
Yeah.
And then we lost the footage.
No.
So we had to go back the same day. Oh, you should have seen us walking around this desert. We were trying to find our hole. Where's our hole, fella? Yeah, over there. Oh, no, it was over there. Yeah, where's our hole? Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, there. All right, yeah, can we go here? Oh, my God. It was insane.
So you shot it.
We
didn't
shot
get the
it.
footage. Had to go back and find the hole and dig it again.
Yeah.
We had to do
you guys
it
are fucking dedicated.
We did it the next day.
Also,
that's impressive.
Can I just say this, though? I set up the camera, and one of the times I wasn't on frame the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
So we're standing there digging for 40 minutes, and he's the only one on screen.
And you're not in the shot.
Right. So, because I don't know. We don't have a fucking PA. We don't have anyone telling us where to stand. I thought I marked it off. I marked it off wrong, so then we had to do it again. So at
Team
this
game.
point, we're like halfway done
You
with
guys
the foundation.
are beauties.
By
You guys
accident.
are beauties. Home by 3. Check it out. These guys are legends. I love it. Boys, so yeah, NHL Summer League. Gary, reach out to us at Missin Curfew or Home by 3. We'll help you lock it in. These boys say Chicago or Boston. I like those. I do think Denver would be a nice little right in the middle of
Yeah. Good weather, too.
Montreal, Vancouver.
Yep. Yeah, you got to do it in cities that hockey is relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. You can't go to L.A. There's too many things to do in L.A.
Yeah.
You can't go to New York City. It doesn't make sense. Boston makes sense because people rally around, even though you have the Red Sox there. But, yeah. Man, it's a real thing. It's a great idea, honestly.
All right, NHL Summer League. Hey, Hall, perfect time.
Here he
You're
is.
You're going to have to help us. You're going to have to help us.
Fellas,
Can you
I'm
see it?
not hot. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
It wouldn't be a curfew show without a crispy hat up there.
There you
Come
go.
on.
Crispy
There you go.
Yeah.
Fella, how you
I
doing,
can't
buddy?
hear it very well. I'm doing great.
What day is this for you?
Fuck, I have no idea. No idea, but you know what? It's all great. We let me take this off just so we don't have
No credentials, eh?
Yeah.
We
all
always
good.
get shit at the All-Star game for our credentials.
I know, right?
Posting shit for it, yeah.
Great to have you guys. Finally
Yeah,
made
yeah.
it.
Great to
Made
be
it.
here. Great to be here.
Hey, so
It's good.
Hey, Hall, just for our listeners, I know the story of it. You don't have to get. I know it's a long process, but of like, walking in here today and seeing it again. I was here a couple years ago. It seems even bigger than it was. I know it's in the same building, but it seems bigger. Like when you started this, tell the boys how hard you hustled to get this
man.
thing going.
Like literally, we had about 30 days for the first one, and I joke, but it's absolutely true. We had 6 handshakes deals and a box of flyers. That is literally how we did it. And I beat the streets in this heat, like, hey guys, and we had like a couple teams where we knew the degenerate gamblers were following certain people, and we're like, come on over, man, we'll buy you beers, whatever. But literally, I just had to fill the stands. We couldn't open one side of the doors until we had at least some fans because it was on TV.
Yeah.
That was the one thing. But over time, we just kind of chipped away. And then it was like after our first year, we did it and we pulled it off, and it was good. But going into the next year, there was a potential lockout.
Okay.
So it was like, man, we don't want to lose the momentum we had. But, at that time, it's all on our credit cards, right?
Hell yeah.
Like
Getting the
literally-
MX points, eh?
Literally. So it's all on our credit cards just going, man, we don't have the money, but we can't lose that momentum. So we started just
We
in
don't have the money?
case there was a lockout. We started this other league called the Global Hoop Summit, which we had some Asian teams, and we got a team from China and the Philippine national team because we knew there's a bunch of Filipino dealers out here in Vegas, and we're like, no, I swear to God, this is a true story.
Good thinking, man.
Yeah,
I would have never
look,
thought of that.
it's so fortunately, like 2 weeks before we're going to Summer League, they're like, we'll cut a moratorium. We'll negotiate, allow you to do Summer League over 10 days, and then they finished the negotiation. So we got Summer League finished, grinded, and then we had to do the other league. Okay. So it was death.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, my gosh, a super, super long trip. But once we got over that, we knew, look, this is a viable thing. The internet numbers showed, people were interested in this stuff, and it was like, okay, now if we get it, we go to 12 teams. Then the third year we had 12 teams, and then we went to 18, 24. Eventually we got 30, but even when we had all 30, it was like, man, it's like herding cats.
Yeah.
The staffs would be pretty skinny. We had NBA TV covering all the games, and then I can't even remember what year it was like, hey, we're going to get ESPN this year.
Yeah.
So it became a big deal. The staffs grew, media presence grew. To now where I could go on and on, but now we're at 559 media credentials.
Nice.
That's what Adam dropped last night. $280 million economic impact.
Any fella tour passes in there?
Yeah. There's probably a couple, I don't know. That's a good call.
That was A-Hall's one of his.
Yeah.
We started the fella tour, and A-Hall comes with these credentials like he had on there, and it just says fella tour all access. And anywhere we go, wasted management or whatever, we would just flash these things.
Yeah,
and they would. I'm like, A-Hall, these things are working. He's like, oh, yeah, they'll work. Just keep flashing around.
Yeah. Show it to the waitress.
Hey,
Who gives a shit?
Act like you own it, right?
Yeah.
But no, we pulled that off, and then it's been great, man. And then next year, we had the first 2 days this year, I had NBC and Amazon here.
Oh, yeah, because
so next year, the new TV deal comes, so Amazon takes over for NBA TV, so half our games will be on ESPN, half on Amazon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a big move for us. retail-wise, merch-wise, everything. We'll just have a lot more channels to be able to pump.
I grew up watching the NBA on NBC. That's where I grew up. Marv Albert back in the day, watching the 90 Bulls. I was only 10 years old, but I remember that. That's my first watch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Round ball rock.
A-Hall, I wanted to ask you, we just touched on it from a player's perspective. I know you worked for the Sonics. You were an agent for a bit. The opportunity that these players, we're going to go watch a couple games after we wrap here. Sick setup, by the way. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, appreciate that.
What an opportunity for these guys to come in. I've been the last week, Summer League, ESPN everywhere, Summer League. All the teams here, nationally televised, all those media credentials. What an opportunity for these guys, huh?
Oh, unbelievable. And it's turnkey. That's the thing. And when you do that, sometimes you're like, oh, this is going to be a flaky setup, whatever. Everything's pro.
Yeah.
First, it's National League, right?
Yeah.
Everything. So that's where these guys come in, and we have every league in the world represented here. Yeah. So they may not make the NBA team or even a training camp, but, they may say a team in Germany, a team in Asia, a team in Israel, whatever it may be, say, hey, we want to sign that guy.
Yeah.
And, we've had dudes
That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah, we've had dudes offered $3 million on the spot.
Damn.
For a team in Europe.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's right away. Guys are okay, I can
box someone out for $3 million. Fuck, I'll box someone else.
No, and that's where you're
fucking
doing.
Big Baby Davis, bro.
So we hate when they shut guys down. It sucks, right?
Yeah.
But in the economic part of it, it hurts us there. But from their standpoint, a lower level player gives them an opportunity. They go out, they play well, they shine for somebody. Next thing he knows, dude, he'd be a good player, and especially if you have a passport, right? You have a dual passport, whatever. It's a great opportunity. So we call it the business of basketball, but these dudes are playing for a job. They're playing for food.
Yeah.
Right? So they play hard. They play hard. Summer League guys always play hard.
Yeah, and we know, we both play in the American League. You're just looking for another opportunity to have eyeballs on you, right? Give me a chance to go out there and compete against other guys. And that's what, from an ex-player's perspective, Summer League, man, it's a dream for these guys to have this opportunity, man.
And you're in Vegas. Your
that,
team's covering the bill.
That wouldn't have been good for me, dude. I would have been like, O'Brien,
covering the
missed
bill.
the fucking game, dude.
Oh, but even then, it's
Shit.
These guys are they're canceling shoot-arounds. They're, it's they're doing it. Yeah, they're doing it, and it's no different.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether or not they can, screw up. They can't screw up, right? No matter what.
This is how you really test them, eh?
Let's
put them in Vegas for 2 weeks.
Between the gambling, the strip clubs, everything else, it's a huge test, right?
Yeah.
But you get to know your character.
I would have failed that test.
Look, and the coaches, too. Don't get me wrong. All
these
coaches, they have 25 assistant coaches, right?
Yeah.
6 of them are actually doing something. The other ones are carrying bags.
Yeah.
So it's hey, you want to go out tonight? Let's go. And they're doing a good time. We had a party. We had a bender.
I saw your party looked awesome.
A shaker. We had 800 people plus there the other night. It was big time. It was really good.
Hey, Hall, last one for you, boy. I appreciate you stopping by and letting our fans, because you're a big part of Missin Curfew. Another thing that, when we break it down and talk about, but I've noticed it again, how you get the NBA superstars to come out here, right? LeBron was there the other night. I think I saw Kyrie here. But how did that start? And that's such a cool thing that these legit NBA superstars come out here to support this.
Yeah, well, it started, the craziest thing was I used to run this camp called Adidas Nations, and it was the top camp for all the grassroots guys. Yeah. So, and I used to tell them, look, guys, the quicker you learn how to be a pro, the better chance you have to succeed. And I'd say, I'll see you in my summer league, right? So I had relationships when they'd get here. I look at Donovan Mitchell, a guy like that. He's every time he's just hey, once you get here, then I have a good relationship. Zion was there last night. He still hasn't learned how to be a pro, but that's a whole nother story. but the rapport was there. So when then they finally made it, it's guys, summer league was your first crack. Don't forget us.
Yeah.
And they love it. But here's what it really has become. It's the one-stop shop for a vet. They can come in, they meet their owner, they meet their coach, they get some shots up, they meet their rookie. Boom, check it. I'm done for the summer.
See you at camp.
Yep.
And then that's what it's really become.
That's good. Yeah. That would be good for me, because I was a suitcase. I go to summer league every year. Hey boys, it's nice to meet you here. Sign a 1-year deal.
Schmooze it, work the room a little bit. Go to dinner, have a nice bottle of wine with your GM, and hey, we'll see you in October or see you in September.
Well, listen, dude, I appreciate everything you do for Missin Curfew. Speaking of, we got dinner tonight lined up.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to checking out some games with you. But thanks for stopping by, my man. We really appreciate it.
Hey, I love having you guys. This is good. I'm glad we made it happen.
Appreciate it.
The setup is sick.
Yeah,
it is.
Unreal.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is the first take desk right here.
Yeah, this
Hey,
is national.
I want to talk to you about this desk, but that's for another time. This desk is sick.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Thank you to A-Hall. Bobby Gucci, what were you saying there, my man?
I just think if I was in the NBA and I had to make a stop here first, and you're in Vegas and you're potentially going to make a couple bucks, I think I would have got carried away.
Yeah.
Just knowing myself. I don't
Swish,
know.
you think you would have been able to? You're a good pro, though, eh? I'm with you, Bobby. Hey, Bobby Gucci, me and you would have been in trouble.
Yeah, I would have been in jail.
Together.
I think it's similar to you're looking at the schedule. Where can I have my go nights? Where do I need to play well? At the end of the day, you're trying to put food on your table.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
A-Hall was saying. Like, I mean, I know you like to go out, you like to drink, especially when you played.
Yeah.
I think if there was a couple million, I think there was a couple $1 million on the line, you'd be able to lock in at the right time.
That's true.
Especially if I was here and I was like in the jungle for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is your chance to make I would probably be able to.
You would have treated it like you were on a PTO.
Yeah.
And just despite all the distractions.
I went out almost all the time with Upshow when I was on a PTO.
Did you?
I blame him for that. I was playing so good, though. I was like, I'm feeling good. I'm playing good. Yeah, I'm going out.
I'm going to keep going out.
Come in next day. I'm like, fuck, I'm ready to go get here. Go DVD. Where are we going later? Tom Petty concert? No problem, buddy. Let's go. Hey, dinner in Miami? I'm in. Let's go. Hey?
Flex all on the hips.
Yeah,
I'm good.
where they give me my contract?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, here's your two-way, Obes.
Yeah. Fuck. Here's 200, Obes. You've been out every night.
But that was cool what A-Hall said about, I didn't know that either. Like, European teams could come in here and say, hey, I'll give you $3 million, come play in Turkey or whatever.
Yeah.
Moscow.
Yeah. That would just make me go that much harder because even if you're you're not good enough to make it in the NBA, there's so many goddamn leagues. He said the Israel League? I don't even know there was basketball courts in Israel. I didn't know they ball like that. I know that China.
I just thought China was the place to play.
China ball's hard.
And, like, where's the Joker from?
Serbia.
I thought, like, they got a good league, too, right?
They go hard.
Did you see the deal that Russell Westbrook was offered in Israel?
No. Actually, I did. It was crazy, right?
It was 2 years, like $75 million. He was making like $1.50 last year.
No shit.
Yeah, he was making nothing. I think it was 2 and a hook last year. And this, basketball pays. China pays. All those leagues play in Moscow. It's big bread over there.
Yeah, you just teed me up for my next little bullet point here. I got the salaries in the NBA. I mean, are ridiculous, right? Some of these deals, guys opt out, then like 2 years, $150 million or whatever it is. But let's say you're these big boys, Cooper Flagg. What's the other guy's name? Ace Bailey. These first rounders that just got drafted. They made some NIL money. They come in here. They know they're about to sign for. Well, what's the top 5 pick get in the association for signing bonus? 20?
Yeah, it's like 15 or 20.
Like, how hard is it to come in being that guy and being like, okay, you're going out. You're going out. I don't care what anyone says. You're going out.
Yeah.
You're running up your Amex. You know you got 20 bananas coming. You're going out to Hakkasan, to fucking Omnia, everywhere, and you're like, let's go. And you're bringing your boys with you.
I mean, yeah, the old school player would, I think. I don't know how these guys, they get down anymore. Maybe they just buy like a couple pounds of dope and call it a day.
I think a lot of the guys in the association like that, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Well, after the Oklahoma City, we haven't talked to you about that. Like, I was so shocked by the way the Thunder celebrated. Like, nobody drank.
They all went
Maybe
home.
They just all went home and got baked, which, hey, nothing wrong with that.
New generation, man.
Yeah, but
it
still.
It's just,
like, MJ and Barkley and the boys must have been like, what the fuck?
You know what the thing is, though? A lot of the times, like, I feel like the older guys, you weren't under the microscope on social media like you are now. Like, these kids coming up, they're constantly on Instagram, and someone's constantly has their phone out. Back in the day, guys, like, would floor it a little bit more because they know as long as nobody in the room is going to run their fucking mouth to the media, you're good.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you pull up, you're in traffic smoking a blunt in your G-Wagon, and the car right next to you has you on the phone.
There's G-Wagons all over Newport Beach.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it's some coog driving it.
Yo, just with a phenomenal rack. But my point is like these guys are trained. Like you're always under a microscope on the internet now, and I think that kind of has this generation toned down a little bit. And
yeah, that's true. You can't hide.
Yeah, and also you get money thrown at you before you do anything, which is crazy. I don't even know if I would want. If I got picked first overall and they said here's 15, I would be like, just save it.
Put on the back end. Defer it.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Because you know you're going to fuck up your career, right?
It's hard. Yeah, it's you get a huge bonus. The next thing you know, you're at a Diddy party, pre-Diddy being locked up. But it's like you get too rich quick. You kind of get lenient. That
was one funny thing he said to me when I was up for a little bit in Florida. He got in trouble, and I was trying to like cheer him up. I'm like, hey, it's all right. I'm sure you're a fucking good player. You've had a great career. Like he's like, you're right, Obes. It's my career. I can fuck it up if I want to. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Fuck it.
Where are we going?
You can fuck it up if you want to. A couple more things, boys, before we go catch a buzz here and watch some hoops. See how we're all together. It's the biggest news ever. Nick Tarnasky, my former teammate, tosses this guy in the fucking pond. First of all, you think the pond would have sobered him up coming out of there, but what'd you guys – I mean, Can you imagine beating the wheels off somebody on a golf course?
I love the whole sequence.
That's why you don't play public golf right there.
And that's why, I mean, who
gotta
knows?
join a club.
That guy, who knows what he was goofed up on?
I thought his video was awesome, by the way.
That's what I was just going to say. The guy
I thought he handled it great.
gets his ass kicked. A good Canadian lad drops his own video and like, you know what? I probably should have just kept it at 15 drinks instead of 30.
How drunk? Yeah, I mean, listen, I like to drink on the golf course too, but like.
But what are you drinking? Are you drinking whiskey?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
Is the brown water making you angry? Like, what are you on?
Yeah.
Like, you're out in nature, you're golfing. Why you just feel like you're Clark Kent? You're going to take on Nick Tarnasky?
Can you believe how? I mean, you guys are, social media guys. Like, can you believe how much traction it got on
Crazy.
the social? I couldn't believe. I'm like, so what? He beat up a guy on a golf course. It's like that happens in Canada all the time.
Yeah.
But because it was Tarno, I get it, ex-NHL guy, and because he tossed him in the pond too. I thought was
Time of year, too.
Time of year.
Not a lot of sports on.
Time of year.
It wasn't May or early June.
Yeah.
It was this dead period. Former NHL player, and also, I would say the pond. But people love those golf.
We got a pool to pond. Pond's probably better for
Pond
you.
will be good for you. Those people love those golf fighting videos. Though. You'll see them all the time on those golf accounts with 2 million followers. People love the golf fighting videos.
He was also narrating the fight. He had his own personal subtitles.
Yeah.
Bang,
Bang.
bang. I've never seen that before. I thought that was really cool. Just
Yeah.
a cool element to it. It just shows that the game was slowed down for him. He's been there
Oh,
before.
yeah,
He's been in a fight before.
He was not worried about that guy one iota.
No.
And Tarno, I mean, I'm not a small guy either, but Tarno, I know the camera adds a few, but he looks fucking like a goddamn.
It's like Popeye Jones.
He looked fucking big.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to the guy that got his shit rocked too, because in this day and age, most people straight to trying to find a lawsuit.
Yeah.
They're trying to find a way, even if it was their fault, to get money out of a guy. And he just got on his fucking Android, was like, look, man, I got my fucking ass kicked. It is what it is, and I shouldn't.
Yeah, I thought his apology was great.
Yeah.
And I thought he's like, I learned my
Good on
lesson.
him.
I drank too much. Yeah, but I just couldn't believe it. But you're right. Time of year helps tremendously too.
Where was that at?
Red Deer.
Oh, my God.
I played with Tarno in Tampa. He's
Is
a
that
great
where
guy.
That's where he lives now?
Yeah, Red Deer.
Yeah, okay.
Right in the taint between Calgary and Edmonton, eh?
He looks like a red deer.
Listen, this is what I wanted to say. So while the traction was getting going, and I'm sitting there thinking of you boys going through your deal with Home by 3, and obviously you're always looking to take the next step. I'm like, do we need to go up to Canada, play a public course, us four, and just kick the shit out of someone? Is that like the views it was getting? I'm like, do I got to go back home to Port Hope or somewhere and kick the shit out of someone?
Dude, we were talking about it yesterday. We need
Because I'll do it if I got it.
We were talking about it yesterday. We need a scandal. We need a sex tape. We need something, a dispute. I mean, rappers.
Sex tape for you boys are single. That could be something.
No one wants to see mine.
Think about Bieber. Okay, everyone thought he was crashing out. Everyone's like, he's going to be in rehab. What happens? Boom, he drops an album.
Yeah.
He had all this smoke. Drake, Kendrick, they started that beef themselves. What happened? Portnoy's done sex tapes. You got to have some sort of scandal.
Portnoy's sex tape was borderline.
Biz fighting 8 guys.
Yeah. So do you think the guy who got pumped in Red Deer, do you think the next time he goes golfing, he really going to pace himself, or he just shakes it off and starts shuckling the beer on the first hole?
I think he was on ketamine because he was so loose and he couldn't see, and then maybe he had a couple bumps, so his heart rate, his ticker was up.
Yeah.
I think he's probably going to cut that out. But he seemed like a guy that whatever happens the night before or after, he just gets up and all right.
He seemed okay the
You know what
next
I mean?
day.
Like,
was that the next day he did
yeah,
the video?
you
He
know,
seemed all right.
most people would be hiding, would be embarrassed. He's just like, fuck.
It's funny because I said to my girl, Mac Miller, I'm like, I
Guilt is-
wonder how this guy's feeling today. And then he came out with his own video. I was like, that's how you handle it.
Well, I mean, as the great Scotty Upshaw would say, God bless him, he's not here. Guilt is a useless emotion. You know,
He does say that, yes.
sure.
And he
right?
lives by that.
Yeah,
He does live by
now,
that.
listen, I don't know if you should live by it.
That's a
but-
crazy quote to live by. It's literally insane.
Boys, last one for me here. I don't know. I just wrote this down. Do you guys remember the first time you ever came to Vegas? I do.
Yeah.
I was playing the American League. I came here all excited, and I didn't have enough money to get a cab out of here. Like, I had to borrow money off of someone or somehow and be like, hey, I'm a pro hockey player trying to get to the airport to get back to Cincinnati. None of my debit cards worked. All I had was receipts in my pocket. I mean, it chewed me up and spit me out.
Yeah.
But I left being like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. It was unbelievable.
I
Do
do
you
remember that.
Yeah, what was your time?
My first time, the D1 club team at ASU won their championship. They were a wagon. They're on their way to being D1 NCAA. They had a lot of kids on that team, or USHL guys, Canadian kids that were real good. They won, and I was lucky enough to get the invite. So me and my buddy drove up. We were on the Division II Pigeon club team. Drove up, stayed at the Stratosphere. It was like $12 a night. And then we went out to
$12 a night.
where you got, it was XS. And
$12 a night.
Tiesto was
sick
there.
hat.
Yep, $12 a night, plus a resort fee, $45 a night. So the resort fees were almost more than the regular room. So we went out to Tiesto, and they had the trophy for the D1 Club Championship, and we got to celebrate with them, which was really cool. Shout out to those guys for letting us do that. That was my first time in Vegas, so got the really crazy club experience right off the bat. Gambled way more money. That was the first time I took out a line of credit here.
There you
it was
go.
for $3,000. Shouldn't have done that. That was very.
How long did it take you to pay that $3,000 back? Did it take you a bit to pay it back? Or?
Yeah, a couple years. I was a freshman, I believe. So
$3,000 to a freshman is like $300,000.
Yeah, it was funny because I maxed out on my debit limit.
Yeah, me too.
$1,000 a day at the ATM, which I shouldn't have been throwing that money around, but I was just on the rush of
You're
the
hopped
city.
up, man.
First time in here. Yeah.
I feel it. I did the same thing. I was all out of dough. I was trying to take Canadian money out. No, I was in one. What about you, Swishy?
21 years old after I just signed with the St. Louis Blues. So I had left school, and 3 or 4 of my buddies came down here. It was me, Bryn Chiswick, who's now the general manager of North Dakota Hockey, Colton Sanderson, another buddy, and Sandy's dad. Sandy's dad was really set up at the time. It was at the Hard Rock back in the day. I believe it's now the Hilton. So we stayed at the Hard Rock. He had this 6 suite. We roll in. We go to, remember when Wet Republic used to do the night parties?
I do.
It was wet at night. And that was
the best.
That's
what you want. You want it wet at night.
Calvin Harris, yes, you do.
You want it wet at night.
That is true.
You do.
And we went to that, and I was like, where the hell are we? This is the best place I've ever been. So we did that. Then we did the day party the next day, I believe, at Encore. And then we rolled it into a night at, I think it was at XS. But, I just remember I was still in North Dakota at the time. I was like, this place is everything I ever thought it would be. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. I'll never forget. We came in for the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and we were going to XS, and we were going to our table, and I usually chirp. I always think, like, especially in Vegas, like, we should pre-order, and there's nothing ruins the buzz more than when you come in, you got to wait for your bottles to come for like 10 or 15 minutes. Like, I just hate it. I'm thirsty. There's it's just like, fuck, that should be pre-ordered. Well, luckily we did, because Upshaw came into fucking XS, and he fell over this fucking table, and I'll never forget it. Glasses fucking empty, ice went everywhere. He's like, well, at least the booze wasn't there, eh, boys? I'm like, yeah, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. So that's the last time I think I was at the outdoor access.
Yeah.
Updog, he was just looking, talking, bouncing around, right over the table, glasses, everything, ice gone. He's like, the waitress is like, you just got here, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, sorry about that. He shook it off, though. He shook it off.
A full yard sale.
Full yard sale.
Full Updog.
Yeah.
Full Updog, fella.
Well, boys, I appreciate it. Let's go shoot some content. Let's go watch some hoops. Let's catch a buzz. Home by 3, Missin Curfew at the Summer League. Thank you to our boy, Maxi Ice Pick Pickup. Kyle Conway, the KC back there. Fella, thanks, boys. HallPass Summer League. Let's go check it out, boys.